it's not just about the currency, but fundamentally it's about wiring an internet for money.
As investigators await the landmark ruling in one of the most followed cases in the crypto space, Ripple versus SEC, one thing is clear. The fate of the crypto market lies in the hands of Judge Annalisa Torres. Taking a step further, the crypto market's future hinges on Judge Torres' legal reasoning. As she weighs Ripple's and the SEC's arguments, her interpretation of the law will either validate or challenge the SEC's authority to regulate digital assets. In a market where regulatory clarity is often elusive, Judge Torres' decision promises clarity. It will answer the much-needed definition of the question of what constitutes a security in the crypto industry. In fact, the judge's decision will signal a significant milestone in the history of crypto regulation. It has potential repercussions that could reverberate throughout the global financial system. Whether she sides with the SEC or Ripple, her ruling is poised to chart the course of the crypto market future. In the past, the fate of the crypto market often hinged on technological advances, market forces, and regulatory decisions. Today, regulatory decisions hold an unusually powerful grip on the industry, with a single ruling from the United States District Court Judge Annalisa Torres potentially shaping its future. Simply put, Judge Torres stands at the precipice of a ruling that could reverberate through the financial world's corridors and redefine the crypto market's landscape. Before we dig deeper into the case, let's talk about dexpool.io, a Japanese-based project dedicated to providing innovative solutions for decentralized exchanges. It gives the crypto community an autonomous, cross-chain liquidity protocol solution to help balance the market with greater liquidity options. Dexpool is amazing because it comes at the best time possible and lets you stake your XRP. Many of you are aware that staking XRP is one of the most profitable ways of going ahead and adding to your XRP bag and holding your XRP. Why did I say so? Well, because it does two things for you. First, it allows you to save your XRP and not sell it whenever you feel like selling it because of fear. And two, it allows you to profit off your XRP, which is already seeding in your wallet, by giving you more XRP for staking it. Currently, they are giving 0.1550% of rewards every 8 hours, which will be instantly withdrawn upon getting the reward. What are you waiting for? Sign up now! Going back, you all know that the legal battle between the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission and Ripple Labs is at its peak as we are all awaiting the judge's ruling. The SEC alleged that XRP, a digital currency created by Ripple, qualifies as a security under U.S. law. According to the SEC, Ripple and its executives have created an expectation of profit among investors through their efforts to develop uses for XRP. Ripple Labs, however, countered that XRP does not meet the definition of a security. The firm argues that the SEC is seeking to overstep its jurisdictional bounds. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse believes that the SEC's attempt to categorize XRP as an investment contract is a misplaced effort to rewrite the statutes that outline the SEC's regulatory authority. So, why are all the eyes on this case? Well, the ruling from Judge Torres could have far-reaching consequences for the crypto market. If she determines that XRP tokens traded on secondary markets are not securities, it could severely undercut the SEC's case against other crypto platforms like Coinbase and Binance. This could create a precedent that challenges the SEC's authority to regulate a significant portion of the crypto market. If Judge Torres rules that XRP tokens trading on secondary markets are not securities, it would undermine the entire basis for the SEC's case against Coinbase and much of the Binance case, says James Murphy, Meta Lawman CEO. However, Murphy cautioned that a decision by Judge Torres in the Ripple case would not be a binding precedent for these recent rulings, which means that the judges presiding over the Coinbase and Binance lawsuits will not be required to rule the same way, as only decisions in the Court of Appeals and the Supreme Court have that level of influence. Meanwhile, attorney John Deaton believes that the SEC purposely filed these new cases ahead of the Ripple case result, in case the regulator faces a negative outcome and thus loses some more political and legal momentum. He stated, "I believe the SEC wanted to get those cases filed before that decision just in case it is a bad result for the SEC, possibly causing it to lose some political and legal momentum." Anyway, going back to the SEC versus Ripple case, if the judge rules in favor of the SEC, it could bolster the agency's stance and potentially lead to tighter regulation of cryptocurrencies. Such a ruling may not be legally binding in other cases. Still, it could influence how other judges approach similar cases, creating a ripple effect across the crypto market. In essence, Judge Torres' ruling is not just about Ripple's fate, but about the crypto market's future. The decision could either fortify the SEC's regulatory authority over the crypto market or challenge the foundations of the SEC's case against digital assets. Now, one of the recent developments in the case was the unsealing of the Hinman papers. In mid-May, the SEC's motion to seal records of its internal deliberations following a speech by former director William Hinman was denied. This move has been seen as a win for the Ripple and crypto community. For context, in a July 2018 speech, the former Securities and Exchange Commission Corporate Finance Division Director stated that Ether, the native token of the Ethereum blockchain, is not a security. A couple of days ago, the release of documents related to the Hinman speech added a fresh twist to the Ripple versus SEC fight over XRP's classification as a security. The so-called Hinman papers have sparked frantic debate online. More than that, the release had a positive impact on the XRP markets, as prices surged by over 7% by the next day. Traders seemingly placed their bets on a favorable outcome for Ripple Labs in the ongoing lawsuit. In light of the release of the Hinman emails, Mr. Huber, a prominent XRP community influencer, took to his Twitter handle to share his 2 cents about the matter. When one Twitter user asked Mr. Huber if he thinks that the SEC dropping all these lawsuits before the judgment summary might appear to be undermining our judge, he replied and said that the longer Judge Torres delays her ruling on the Hinman emails, the stronger the argument becomes that her decision was influenced by public relations. Furthermore, he suggested that the delay could contribute to increased confusion, which could be used as an argument. Mr. Huber wrote, "To clarify once again, every day that passes between the disclosure of the Hinman emails and the classification of them by a court is a +1 for everyone's fair notice defense, something that may make sense to you, but would be a disservice to the credibility of the legislative, executive, and judicial branches." So, when can we expect a ruling from Judge Annalisa Torres, and what can we expect of it? Well, according to attorney John Deaton, there's a 25% chance Ripple will see an outright win against the Securities and Exchange Commission as rumors fly of a possible Ripple IPO. The pro-XRP lawyer has tipped less than a 3% chance for the SEC to score an outright win against Ripple, as an end to the long-running lawsuit draws closer. The crypto law founder has been a vocal advocate for Ripple against the SEC, which filed a lawsuit against the company in December 2020, alleging that the sale of its XRP token represented an unregistered securities offering. In an early June episode of the Good Morning Crypto podcast, Deaton said he tipped a 25% chance that presiding U.S. District Judge Torres rules in outright favor of Ripple, and a 50% chance that Ripple claims victory by way of a splitting the baby ruling. This refers to Judge Torres drawing a line in the sand where she could potentially rule that XRP was offered as an unregistered security before 2018. However, in the wake of the Hinman documents, it's possible that cryptocurrencies can transition from securities to commodities once they become sufficiently decentralized. I think that XRP itself is going to be deemed not a security, and that I think that secondary market sales show comment. Even if Judge Torres does rule finding that Ripple violated the law, that law doesn't apply to secondary market sales, Deaton explained. While Ripple executives, including its CEO Brad Garlinghouse, have long been predicting an imminent end to the rollercoaster lawsuit from the SEC, Deaton highlighted that Judge Torres will most likely come to a final decision before the end of September. Deaton brought attention to what he called a 6-month list that district judges must file to Congress. The list details all of the summary judgments that have been pending for longer than 6 months. It gets published on the last day of March and the last day of September. She has never been on this list. It's like a public shame list that says, "Look, I'm shitty at my job," said Deaton. He also gave his predictions for the price of Ripple's native XRP token following a positive ruling. "I certainly believe that somewhere between $2 and $10 is reasonable. Whether that will be proven true or not is yet to be seen." Subscribe for more.